Okay then. Good afternoon, Francis Camtugan here. I was asked a while ago to explain further yung sinasabi kong misogynistic provision sa family code, okay? I don't know why did you ask me that? Pero, you know what? It's available online, okay? I can describe it na, okay, basahin ko na lang sa inyo para magets ninyo, okay? So, kung ayaw nyong i-research. Andun siya, it exists. These kinds of laws exist. I'm not kidding, okay? These kinds of laws exist. Hindi lahat ng mga batas natin is perfect, okay? The family code is filled of laws na hindi na naangkop sa panahon ngayon that we should be repealing, we should be amending, and we should be discussing in the salons, in the coffee shops, in our dining tables, okay? Okay, as for me, this also affects me because I have a niece. Okay, she's turning 2 years old. And then, I don't like that this law will govern her, okay? Govern her in the future, 25 years from now, okay? So, I want this once repealed or amended or changed dramatically, okay? I'll explain one by one. Okay. Article 14 of the Civil Code. Pagdating sa pagkuha ng consent sa magulang kung ikaw ay 18 to 21 years old at gusto mong maikasal. Okay. So, basahin ko. Article 14. In case either or both of the contracting parties not having been emancipated by a previous marriage are between the ages of 18 and 21, they shall, in addition to the requirements of the preceding articles, exhibit to the local registrar the consent to their marriage of their father, mother, surviving parent or guardian, or persons having legal charge of them. The next phrase is very, very important. In the order mentioned. Ibig sabihin, priority yung consent ng father sa isang marriage na 18 to 21 years old. Okay? As you can see, you can imagine a lot of problems there, lalo na kung hindi magkasama yung magulang mo, na tipong kailangan mong kunin yung yung consent ng dad mo muna. Okay, so kailangan, you have to exert all effort to get your father's consent. Okay, if you're 18 to 21 and you wanna get married, kasi yun yung nasa batas. Okay, next one, let's go to yung pinakita ko kanina sa previous video ko. There are 2 articles regarding management of common properties ng mag-asawa. Nakalagay, the administration, Article 96, the administration and enjoyment of community property shall belong to both spouses jointly. In case of disagreement, the husband's decision shall prevail, subject to recourse to the court by the wife for proper remedy, which must be availed of within 5 years from the date of the contract implementing such decision. Okay, so for example, there are conjugal properties like paintings, like furniture, like cars, and the husband decides to sell it. The husband's decision prevail. If the wife doesn't like it, she has to go to the court, pay her lawyers, pay the filing fees, and whatever charges, maybe replevin charge or something, para lang ma-stop yung decision nung husband. Just imagine, restraining order, dagdagan mo ng restraining order niyan. The wife had to prove grave and irreparable injury sa court. Ganon kabrutal yung provision na ito ng family code. The same as 124. The administration and enjoyment of conjugal partnership shall belong to both spouses jointly. In case of disagreement, the husband's decision shall prevail, subject to recourse to the court by the wife for proper remedy, which must be availed of within 5 years from the date of the contract implementing such decision. Perfect example is, okay, let's say sabihin natin hindi maisanglan nung husband yung tawag dito, yung conjugal on your family dwelling because of certain limitations. Pero there are other properties like business properties ng mag-asawa, okay, na gustong isanglan ng husband, and let's say the husband is lulong sa online casino, okay, the husband's decision shall prevail. So ibig sabihin, the wife had to go to court. The wife had to go to court to block the husband from, let's say, using the business properties as collateral to secure loans, okay. She had to prove, okay, let's say she's applying for a restraining order. She had to prove grave and irreparable injury. Ang sakit niyan, okay? Sakit sa bulsa, sakit sa, stress, okay? Just imagine that. It's the husband's decision prevailing sa mga ganito na pagdidispose ng mga conjugal properties, and then the wife had to go to court just to stop her husband or stop the bank from annotating, diba? Not good, not good. So these ones should be removed, should be repealed. Okay, kung hindi natin ma-repeal yung entirety ng family code, at least naman ma-repeal naman mga ito at at an incremental rate. Okay. Next, let's go to a more mas concerning kasi these are very applicable nowadays. The father and mother shall jointly exercise parental authority over the persons of their common children. In case of disagreement, the father's decision shall prevail unless there is a judicial order to the contrary, diba? Ang saklap niyan. For example, the children are bibo kids, mga artista, or they are influencers, okay? And then there's a medical emergency, and then there needs to disposal of properties, okay? It's the father's decision which shall prevail. I don't know the rationale in it, okay? It doesn't make sense, okay? So these kinds of laws had to be repealed. Okay, next, 225. The father and mother shall jointly exercise legal guardianship over the property of an emancipated common child without the necessity of a court appointment. In case of disagreement, the father's decision shall prevail unless there is a judicial order to the contrary. Okay, unemancipated children, these are children less than the age of 18. Okay, for example, the child is a successful savant, a genius, okay? And then nakalagay and then ang dami niyang na-acquire na property, and then suddenly is maybe the child has some mental problems, okay, and then he had to be taken care of. His properties had be taken care of. Let's say the mother prioritizes, let's say kailangan ma-dispose yung cars ng bata for the child's confinement in a mental institution or for his treatment, okay, but the father wants to use the proceeds of the car to pay his online casino debts. Magprevail yung decision ng father. Just imagine that, how difficult for the mother kasi the mother had to go to court using the provisional remedies, okay? Grave and irreparable injury kaagad pagdating sa application for restraining order, okay? Ang hirap nun, okay? Ang hirap nun, and then to make things worse, may requirement pa for bonds. Okay, kawawa naman yung mother, okay? So, you know what? Yung point is mother knows best for the kid. It doesn't apply when it comes to the law because the law is very patriarchal, very paternalistic, very misogynistic. So, these are the provisions that I'm pointing out when I'm saying that the family code is very misogynistic. Marami pa tayong pagdidiscussan yan, okay? But anyway, hindi naman tayo literate, okay? Illiterate, I mean, yeah. You can check sa lawfield.net and other websites, articles 14, 96, 211, and 225 of the 1987 Family Code to fact check what I'm talking about. Okay, have a great day ahead.